Awesome. Welcome, everybody. My name is Coach Armand. I'm out of San Diego, California, and this is Operation Popcorn Hangout number 9. And today we're just going to have a casual roundtable hangout, and we're here to show you some technologies that we're using on our team. Perhaps you'll be able to apply them to what you're doing, but this basically was done for our team, and if you're getting a chance to look at it, we're simply letting you inside because of the new simple you hear new simple system that you will hear us talking about, you will have access to a free system at the end of this. So just make sure whoever brought you here to plug back into them, they brought you to the dance. They'll definitely take good care of you. With that being said, I just want to tell you my name is Coach Armand. I'm out of San Diego, California. And a couple of months ago, I saw I saw a system that was doing things combined. I'd been in the industry for a while. A lot of the time, I felt like I was the lone wolf out there. I took a look at what was going here. I made the decision to upgrade and join with the team Simple Freedom, direct with Franco Gonzalez, D. Gabinet, a leader that you'll hear on this. And since then, life has been in a changed format. I'm able to save, make, and manage money to a point that I never thought I'd be able to do it. We are generating income, and I just want to say income disclaimer. If you go to any of our websites, it will tell you about the disclaimer for the income. One of them is wakeupnow.com/IDS. That will give you more information on that. With that being said, I'd like to turn this over to Queen D. Gabinet. This is somebody that is a mentor of mine. This is somebody who's a leader in this industry. I like to call her a friend. I usually call her on the phone once a day just to touch bases, to get some good energy, to kind of bounce off some ideas I may be having. She's got a huge team on the verge of generating a ton of income, but what I like about her is her heart and her passion for the people, for the new individual that has just raised their hand and said, hey, I'm here to generate income. I'm here to have simple freedom. I'm here to do more, to have more, to achieve more. With that being said, Queen D, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate that introduction, man, and I appreciate you for all you bring to the table as well. There's absolutely no way that I would be where I am today if it weren't for my team. We support each other here. My name is Dee Gavinet. I'm from Vancouver, BC area. I'm currently spending time on the beautiful island of Pender. It's for you American folks, it's just above Seattle. So it's a gorgeous area around here, and I'm really enjoying it this summer. Like Coach said, we've known each other for a while. We've been kicking the tires around this industry for a while, and we've always had the intention of finding simple freedom, finding something that we can introduce to new members that we bring on board and work with that is a simple process of creating extra income from home, and also not to overwhelm people with information and keeping them in training mode all the time, but actually in earning mode. And when we were introduced to this project at the beginning of the year, we were all thrilled. I mean, we're a team. We've been a team for a long time, so the entire team, not only myself, was thrilled at the fact that now I can feel really good about bringing new people into this system, regardless of their level of experience. But as the coach said, I always like to speak to the very newest person coming into this industry, because there are thousands of them. There are a lot of people out there that are looking to create an extra income from home that are still working jobs. They're seeking more in their life. They want extra income to go on family holidays, to buy a new car, whatever simple freedom means to them, whatever more means to them. So when our team began this project in January, I jumped on board right away. Purchased the package that would allow me to qualify for commissions with total trust in the team itself and its leadership. And since then, I've finally found success for myself. But more than that, I've finally been able to bring people into a system where it's simple, super simple. They're not. There's nothing complicated. There's no overwhelming information. There isn't a boatload of really expensive training that they have to go through before they can find success. It's almost immediate for those people that are serious, that plug in, take action. And like I said, our system that just came out, which is brand new, is we're finding we're having a phenomenal results, because somebody who can come in, set up their free system. Did I mention it was free? Plug into some paid traffic that's on the inside, which is inexpensive. It's compared to what I've seen in the industry over the years, and also have phenomenal results from that traffic, because we have masters of their craft on the inside that offer this co-op to this advertising co-op to our team members that are in the free system. So it's really, really cool. And as far as actually doing this business, obviously people are starting to step up to leadership roles, because the confidence comes from having success. So there's more and more leaders stepping up inside our team, our Simple Freedom team, because it's so simple, because people can come in and really we're teaching people to do is to become a professional inviter. All they have to do is get into the system, invite their new members into a community environment, a group that supports them. The leadership is inside there, and there are lots and lots of leaders inside that group. So we invite from event to event that are put on by leaders that actually close sales for them. So we teach and train simple methods on Facebook, social media, and also we have the opportunity to buy traffic, quality traffic that will be coming into their system literally on a daily basis. And you'll hear from Christina about that, because she's having some phenomenal success so far, as are many others that are plugging into this. So yeah, we talked about this masterminding with a few of our teammates the other day about the flow of the system, and we are literally simply pointing people to the next step in the system. Leadership takes over. They train, support, close sales for us. We bring our members back to us through Facebook, so they get to know us better, so that by the point that we actually talk to leads or even free members inside our system, they've already gotten to know us. This is a method of operation where, and I've never seen this before in the 10 or 15 years I've been in this industry, where we actually give away the farm before anybody needs to make the decision or to actually run with us and earn money with us. So that's very, very different, and it's so powerful, because I found personally that once people get inside that system, meet our community, see the support, the love, the inspiration, the leadership, the simple methods of marketing that we're teaching, they're in. If they're not, that's cool too. People are quite welcome to hang out with us, get on our mindset calls, get on our hangouts, and just get the vibe of what we've got going on here, which is refreshing in my opinion, in this industry. And we keep it as simple as possible. Our intention is to speak to the very newest person, keep it as simple as possible, demonstrate that to them that they can do this as well. And then everybody hits the ground running. So yeah, we're seeing some great success, and I'm excited, so excited about what we've got going here. And I'm really super proud to be able to go out and share this with other people so that they can, step into their greater self, step into their leadership, and finally find some success for themselves. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share, and I'd like to pass it over to the great Christina Biquette out of Colorado, so she can share some of the successes that she's finding here. And Christina, by the way, is not new to this industry either. She's been around for a while and she's had her experiences. And yeah, take it away, Christina. I'd love to hear you share.
Okay, Dee, thank you for that. And I really love what you just said. All of that is so good and so timely with what we have. And I just wanted to share, well, first of all, I'm Christina Biquette, and I live in the Estes Park area of northern Colorado in the Rockies. And I have been in the network marketing business for, I was just counting it this morning, it's been almost 30 years, network marketing. And then, I know, in online marketing for the last about 10 to 12. And I've had limited success, learned a lot, but it wasn't until Dee brought me into the Simple Freedom team that I really got it and figured this thing out. And it was just from all the help from all the leaders and all the simple training that we have. And I stress simple training. So I am really, really, really excited about this new system that we have. I was excited before just to have a system that you could kind of just plug into. But then when the traffic aspect of it showed up, I was especially inspired because although I like to talk to people directly, I really like to talk to people directly one-on-one or do the Facebook method, but I am busy and I am like a lot of other people out there. I don't have a lot of time to do those things. Sometimes they take a little bit of time. I like to actually buy traffic, leads, because I know the people that are on a lead list are people that are interested in at least something. So far, though, when I've done the lead system, they're interested in something, but they don't know what, and it's very untargeted leads, meaning the people aren't really sure what they're looking at for, or they didn't know. I don't know what it is, but usually they were kind of in the dark as to why I was even contacting them. These leads that I'm finding with our traffic co-op are targeted leads, and the most exciting thing, the reason I'm so excited right now, is the opt-in rate. The leads right now, and mine are still coming in. For some reason, it took a little longer than I expected for them to come, but when they came, and they've been kind of gushing in and have been doing this over several days. And so at last count, I was at about a 30% opt-in rate, and that is a very, very good opt-in rate. So I'm very pleased at that. And the people that I'm talking with through emails and such, they are actually then reaching out to me. They're answering. They're coming to me and asking me questions. And I've never had that back and forth before. It's been like pulling teeth to get anybody to, once they're into my system, I like to talk to them. Now, you don't have to. That's another thing that I really like about this system. Being a busy person like everybody else, I got my leads. They came coming in, and I was able to respond to some of them, which is what I like to do, but you don't really have to do that. And I was thrown into life. I had to take 2 days. It wasn't bad, but it was good. It was things I had to take care of, but I couldn't be on the computer, and I couldn't even be on my phone. And so I knew that my system was still working, communicating out here somewhere with my people for me, and I'm not having to do it. And that is what excites me too, because there are so many people out there that just don't have the time to pick up a phone, or they're shy, or they don't want to do that. If they're new, then you don't really have to. That's your option. It's my option, and I like to do it, but I don't always have time to do it. So those are the points points that I am so mostly excited about. I've never, ever, ever in all this time that I've been um, working toward my goals of being a success at reaching people. And I have to stress, my reasons for reaching people aren't so that I um, break ranks and I make all this money and stuff. I would really like to do that. That's wonderful. But I'm in the business of serving people. I serve people. I serve animals. I do all sorts of things to help people with their health, and I want to help people with their wealth, because if you don't have wealth, you really don't have a lot of other things. You can't go to the doctor and pay for the doctor. You can't take your animals to the vet. You can't send your kids to the right colleges and schools and preferably private schools, things like that. I won't keep going on and on. But that's what I'm about. I'm about getting people to get more money so that they can do all this stuff, and I'm also about uplifting them and giving them a lot of free information that I give out too in my emails to my new lead list. But you can't do that if you don't have the leads. And now we have the option to have those leads and to have them come in at a pretty good rate. So that's it. I need to get off of here right now, but I appreciate the opportunity to be here and speak and help whoever's out there to find this wonderful system that, by the way, you can use for free until you're comfortable with actually stepping up and finding out what the rest of the story is, which is a great opportunity that will help you save, manage, and make money. And so, without further ado, I'm turning this back over to Armand.
Thank you, Christine. I appreciate everything you bring to the table. And you kind of were apologizing there for a second, and I was going to jump in, but I didn't want to interrupt you out of respect. But that was passion you were showing. You were kind of talking about why you're here is bigger than money. Yeah, and that's basically because you dug down and you got into why you're doing this. And you said you're a servant-driven leader, which I know to be so. So that's just great. I just want to thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. I don't know if you'll be able to hang out with us longer or not, but I appreciate the energy that you brought. And what I'd like to do right now is bring out a gentleman. We go a little ways back, and this gentleman, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege, and an honor to have him on our team. The dude has a heart. Man, to say a heart full of gold, his heart is just huge. It's bigger than Texas, because they say Texas is pretty big. He's definitely a man on a mission. He's about generating income, helping his team. And this is a gentleman that I encourage to plug into a mindset call and plug into it for about 90 days. And one thing that's pretty cool here is that I used to send people outside for a generic mindset call, but now we brought the mindset call in-house. It's in a generic fashion, but it's so much cooler that we brought that mindset call in-house. So perhaps if you can give us a couple of minutes, Joe, about the mindset call that you've been on in the past, what it's done for you, what it's doing for you, so people can kind of know what we've brought in-house now under the Simple Freedom umbrella. And then I'll ask you maybe one or two other questions about businesses or what have you like that. So I want to introduce Joe. Joe, floor is yours, my man.
Thanks, Coach Armand. Hi, everybody, and good morning. My name is Joe. I'm from Colorado, and I've had some network marketing experience. I was highly successful in another venture and quit about 6 years ago, and missed the culture after about 6 years and decided I wanted to come back. And Armand was somebody who I always stayed in touch with. We were successful together in the past, and we also were close friends in the past, and as we are now. And so, and Armand's always dripping on me. I'm like covered with drip from years and years of being dripped upon. But he, you know what? When I started thinking about network marketing again, he was the first person I thought of, because he did just that. He stayed in touch. We talk about follow up and everything else here. Well, the guy's followed up with me for 6 years, and when I decided to take the gloves off, then boom, I'm going to get into action. But when I came to do this, I've worked for myself almost my whole life, and a big part of network marketing that is amazing, that is missing from working for yourself, like when you own a business. And I work for myself from the confines of usually my own space, either my own office or my own house. So that part's not new to me. But the part about network marketing is cool is the community. It is amazing to have a ton of people that you can plug into, not only to answer your questions and help you figure things out and tell you that it's going to be okay and that they've been there before and all the things that come along with that community, but also the positive mindset that you come from. And years and years ago, when I was successful in network marketing and made a ton of money and left and then spent it all, and I had to come back, and I missed helping people. But to have a culture where nowadays we've got these daily mindset calls, and Armand, when the very beginning when I started getting involved, I knew I was going to be a couple of months in the making of really making this my full-time gig. I had other things going on. I have other irons in the fire that, just like a lot of people, though, just because some people talk about JOBs, just over broke, and they don't want to stay in their JOB anymore. Well, owning your own business, I mean, where you have employees and you have overhead and you have to pay accountants and attorneys and all those other things, they can be, that can be just as much, if not more, of a job than a job, because at least, you know, that job owns you. You know, you're the buck stops, man. There's no support. You are the support. And so to be able to wake up in the morning and have a call to go on where you can hear a bunch of like-minded people who are all out trying to do basically the same thing as you, sometimes with some variations, are coming together and saying, hey, you know what, we're not here talking about how to make money on this thing. Let's just talk about how to get ahead in life, how to do better, how to be better, how to achieve more. And I can tell you, from doing 90 days out of house is life-changing. If you commit to yourself to get on a telephone call for 90 days, let's say 90 days, 3 months of 5 days a week. They don't have them on the weekends. So, but if you commit to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do 3 months. This is August. Do August, September, November. Your life will be dramatically different by November. It will be amazingly different. And it doesn't. And here's the thing too. It's not always just about money. You know, it's about, do you wake up and do you feel happy and do you feel free? And yes, money helps you achieve those things, but it's also about developing. We talk about, you know, core strength when we work out. Well, I'm talking about like core strength of our soul, our center. You know, the core of who we are as human beings. That's what's going to make the difference in our life. We could have, if you're, pardon my language, but if your life sucks and you have a bunch of money, you're just going to be a guy with a sucky life with money, you know, guy or gal. But if you work on developing who you are, those things come anyway. But you wake up happy and excited going, thank you, God. Thank you for another day to go out and kick some ass in this world and help others do the same thing. You know, and if you can do that and you can bring a whole herd of people along with you, well, man, that is success in its purest form. You know, so I would encourage whoever you are, whatever it is you want to do, mindset calls are an incredible way of starting out your day, and they're always recorded too. So if you can't get to them for some reason, and you like, I'm a full-time custodial parent of 2 little tiny kids. So I'm usually at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is when most of these calls go off my time, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting my kids either dressed and ready for some summer event or for school. And I can't always do it, but then it's the first thing that I do when I have the chance. Because that, if I don't do that, I feel like I kind of started off without my fuel for the day. So plugging into daily mindset calls is amazing. And there's one other thing, Armand, if you might have just a little bit of levity here. So one other thing I wanted to talk about that I'm just extremely excited about. So as I said, I have some irons in the fire that I knew that I needed to phase out. So I've been around now for just a very little bit here, a couple months, and plugging in and getting some training here, get some training there. And, you know, when they came out with this system, it's like, man, iron, later. Other iron in the fire, later. Those irons are gone. They're gone. Goodbye, irons. Because you know what? This is amazing, you know, and it's I was talking to Coach Armand about this last night. If I can, when I'm not putting in my time, but I'm looking for places where I can go grab some time to put into it because I'm excited about it, when you're like happy to do what you were doing, when it feels good. And like last night, my kids and I, we had a little family fun time together. My kids are with me about 80% of the time, but you have to be creative to be self-employed, work from home, and have your kids with you a lot. And so on Friday nights, our new tradition is we all sit around with our individual computers and we're all playing. I'm playing with my system, and I'm out there hitting up 20 or 40 people a day. And I got my co-op shares. I haven't hit yet. I know that's going to do tremendously well, and that's the other thing too. You know what, you guys? Especially if you're new and you're just getting started, I can tell you from somebody, and I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying this to impress upon you. 7-figure earner in the network marketing industry previously. Okay, came back and decided not to go for the quick hit and the big money up front kind of programs, but to do something where I could help other people, because I made a lot of money, but I didn't have a lot of people making money underneath me, and you just never felt great about it. Here, literally, that's why this is a team. Together, everyone achieves more. The way this is structured is you have to be a team player if you really want to get ahead in this. So the people that you are joining have accepted that as well. They know that this is a place to be a team, literally. You literally are building a team here. But when you use the system, it is exciting. I mean, I've got people that I touched on 7-8 days ago that are hitting me back up now. You fill up that pipeline and keep it going. You know what? It'll feel like sometimes like, man, is anybody listening to me? Am I being heard? But guess what? You're being heard. If you go out there, the biggest thing you can do, though, is consistency. And then that dovetail right back around to the mindset calls. Be consistent. If you get on those calls every day, it will remind you to live the dream that you have, that you want to have, and that you want. And don't be just for yourself. And it's not just for me. I'm doing it for my kids and for the people that join me, that lock arms with me, that lock arms with the people that I have locked arms with, and say, you know what? I want a different life. I want a better life, and I want a better life for the people who are involved with me. So I get to wake up not only just feeling like, hey, my life's better, but, man, my world is better because of the people that I've been able to reach. Plug in daily, get on mindset calls, and be consistent. And I don't care if you're just reaching out to 3 people a day. If that's what your time allows and that's what your comfort level is, if you're just new getting started, well, then do your 3 every single day. And guess what? You will get to a point where that pipeline is full and starts coming out. For me, I've been somebody who's used to, like, I like the phones too, and I love the system. It's amazing because the system is a sorter, period. As far as I'm concerned, it does all the work, but that is what sorting is. All I'm doing is just trying to get to the end of the people that say, hey, you know what? Tell me what I got to do. Where do I got it? And I don't even have to tell them that because the system tells them what they got to do. It tells them where to go, where to do it, how to do it, and how to get involved. And then you can be there to be the support for the people if you like that interaction. And if you don't, guess what? There is an overwhelming amount of training out here. It can be as much as you want it to be. So I am extremely grateful, extremely happy, extremely blessed, and extremely favored. And I'm so happy to be here, and I found this group. And with that, Armand, that's about what I got to say on a Saturday morning. I love y'all, and God bless you. You're on mute, buddy.
As I unmute myself here, thank you, brother. I appreciate what you bring to the table, man, and your enthusiasm is contagious. And I like to look at the background story. Here we are using technology like a Google Hangout, and I'm looking at you, and your son's in the background, and I almost was like, oh, he threw the pencil. Did he hit his son in the eye? And your energy and your son in the background, because I'm looking at everything that's going on, but that's just a testament to, hey, you're making it happen, and you're not giving excuses. You could say, hey, I've got my kids 80% of the times. I'm a single father. I've got my own business that I'm running. I'm looking to incorporate this business so I can have more, be more, become more. But I've got A, B, and C happening. You're saying, you know what? Because I have A, B, and C happening, in spite of that, that's why I am doing that. And to me, that just shows what a leader is. When different situations or challenges come up, because as you're watching me, as you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, you might be in a challenge. And you might be saying, well, this would be good if everything was perfect. Well, guess what? It's not about getting it perfect. It's simply about getting it started. So with that being said, I'm going to bring Queen D back out with just round robin masterminding. Queen D, if you want to bring out anything or any nuggets that you got from what's been had thus far.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. A couple of points that were brought up that that really hit home with me. Christina said, we're in the business of serving people. And that's exactly what we do here. We show people a way that they can go after their own dreams, their own version of simple freedom. We keep it simple on purpose, thus the name, Simple Freedom, and we serve people information, point people to information that they can um, digest in their own way, in their own time, and make an educated decision as to whether they want to come on board with us. That's very, very cool. Serve people. Serve people, other people. Joe mentioned it as well. But what really stuck out for me with what Joe said was he and the coach, whether Joe was still in the business or not, kept in touch. The coach kept in touch with Joe. So when Joe decided to, pull the trigger and get back in with us, who was on top of mind? Who was on the top of his mind? Because the coach made the effort to keep in touch, keep consistent with his follow-up, always consistent, always posting, always keeping in touch with his past, contacts. So Joe said, okay, I'm ready to go. Where do I go? I want to find something, find out what's going on now. He goes to the coach. And that's huge. And that's the brilliance of being consistent. I've seen people come into programs and they're all excited at first and they post and then they'll go away for about 2 or 3 days. And I'm telling you right now, you go away for 2 or 3 days and you let that slide, and you are no longer on the top of mind for those people who have been watching you. And regardless of whether they connect with you, make comments on your posts on Facebook, they're watching you. They're watching everything you do. So remember that. Be consistent. If all you, like Joe said, if all you have is a couple of minutes, 30 minutes, an hour to make a couple of posts on Facebook or send an email, do it. Just do it, because you remain top of mind to the people that are paying attention and watching you, whether you think anybody's looking at you or not. So with that, I'd really like to pass it over to Rhonda, so she can share with us how she's been, how her experiences with this new system. I know Rhonda's been around for a while. She's one of my personally sponsored teammates, and I love and adore her. She's one of the most positive people I've ever met. She's got a heart of gold. So Rhonda, take it away. Let us know, your experiences with this new system, and just share your excitement.
Well,
take it away.
You. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate that, and thank you for asking me on here today. I come from a little different background. I've not been in network marketing for years. I've only been doing it for a couple years with very, very limited success, until I got with the Simple Freedom team. And a big difference was that mindset call. And I don't think we've done it yet, so I want to do it real quick and make sure everyone has that number. That is 559-726-1200, and the PIN is 837108. That's every morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. For me, that mindset call is finding my voice. I came from a corporate background, over 20 years in the corporate world, where you're trained to conform. And I never conformed to much of anything, so it just wasn't a really good fit, and it just got to the point where it just wasn't working anymore. With that corporate background, you have a desire and a wish, and you're working towards something, but you always have a business plan that you're working. With Simple Freedom Team, they give us that plan. You don't have to figure it out all on your own. That's what's been the game changer for me. So you work on finding your voice with these mindset calls, who you really are, and not what the world or the matrix tells you you are. and then you have a plan that's already set out, and you just go out and share it. That's kind of my story in a nutshell, and Dee, I'll pass it back to you because I know we have a special guest today.
Actually, we'll let,
Hello?
well, I'm going to pass it back to the coach, and then he can introduce our super special guest.
Awesome, awesome. Rhonda, thank you so much for what you bring to the table. It's so awesome to have a round table casual discussion where you're hearing people from different walks of life, different coasts of the world or the states, Canada, West Coast, East Coast, just all around. And perhaps as you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, you're relating to somebody in this team. And that's why we do these, not just for that, but also for our team. And with that being said, before I introduce this gentleman, I was talking to Queen D about this. I was looking around and seeing a gentleman that had joined our Simple Freedom team because we opened this up to the whole entire company, but there's something special about our team. It just shows the heart and integrity that we have here. And so I was doing homework on this gentleman because he holds a pretty significant status within our company. He's definitely a leader. And so I went to the Facebook page. I reached out to him. I friended him. He friended me back personally. And I actually jumped on one of his conference calls. And this young gentleman name is Darren. And I was so impressed with it just showed me where we're at just from our whole company standpoint. He had so much energy. The gentleman's 22 years old. He got involved with the company with the game plan. And in 90 days, he went to the position of F7. If you don't know what that is, look in the comp plan. You'll figure that out. This is definitely done for the team, but they will be more than happy to get you that information. Let's just say that's a pretty significant full-time income inside of 90 days. Not only that, while I was on that call, he was kind of talking about what we have here, about saving, making, and managing money. And he talked about it in the fact of this. He said, what about if you could have gotten involved with Amazon for day one? What about if you could get involved with Costco for day one? Kind of likening what we have here to that. And he was showing where he was going on Amazon.com. He was looking to buy something, but then he said, well, let me go to my office with inside our company that we promote here. And he was able to get that discounted even more and save an additional $40 in what he could even get it on Amazon. So that's what we're offering to people. You might as well join us, might as well upgrade us with us now, because by now you should already know that with us, you can save, make, and manage money. Without us, you're just throwing money away. Again, with us, you can save, make, and manage money. Without us, you're throwing money away. With that being said, because of Darren's energy, I was able to reach out. This is a gentleman I've got a lot of respect for. I know him from past masterminds. This gentleman, yeah, I call him Mr. Energy. He's the real deal. He's D-Man. He definitely is somebody that you desire to connect with. He's a special guest of what we have here. He actually is one of the ones that hosts up our mastermind call that's done Monday through Friday. He's the grateful player. His name is Dustin. Mr. Walker, can you come out and just give us some goods, give us some love, and I might have a little Q&A in the interim. But how's everything working for you, and what words do you have for us today, Man Giant?
Wow, what words do I have for you today? Wow, make today incredible. That's the words I have for you today, my friends. Hey, I'm very excited to be here. And as I look, you see my eyes going to the bottom of the screen because this is what it's about. We're hanging with a family on Saturday morning, and we just got done from another call hanging with our family. So that's the beautiful thing. That's why we want everyone to lock arms with us, because it's not just a biz off or a place for you. You might even get a little relaxed day to hang your hat. No, we actually hang our crowns around here, right? Because we create kingdoms and we step into greatness on this team. So that being said, man, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. And I think it was Rhonda who was speaking about the call. What a warrior. My friends, that's what it's about. You see, here within the Simple Freedom System, we have so much to offer that all we do is sing a song and preach a chant of getting people to certain links, right? And they're very easy. We have a Simple Freedom Mindset call. We had a Saturday morning call this morning. We have a Thursday call. Golly, if I'm leaving some out, Coach Armand, come on with me. We got so many. Oh, golly, one I'm a
Monday.
part of, a Monday call. So, I mean, we have it there for everyone to plug into, and we've made it super simple. I mean, we have some of the most amazing leaders online, some of the people that have literally put the britches on me. You know, I'm from the South, so I'm from Texas, so my grandmother used to say, put the britches on you. So that's what's happened. And we have Franco Gonzalez, who is just a legend in this business, and John Chapman, George Breyer. We could go on. And look right here with Dee Gabinette right there. I mean, that's the Queen D right there. And when I say that, I don't just say that jokingly. We have titles because, you know, Coach Armand, we step into titles and claim them. And it works really well when we focus on keeping it simple and keeping the whole message of, I got off the point, but pushing people to certain things, just like Rhonda was talking about the call. You see, we do all the legwork for you, and all we require from you is to show up, all right, and share the message. And we think it's a really, really good message we have here. You know, we're on a mission, just like Coach Armand said, to help the masses save, manage, and make money, right? And we do it in a big way, and we do that under the umbrella of Wake Up Now through some incredible, incredible life-changing products. You see, not only a simple freedom, as you saw, I sort of went on a little tangent because, I mean, that's my heart. This is my family. But my family have chosen life-changing products to endorse, right? And nothing against anyone out there that might be, hey, if you are, I've sung water purifiers, air purifiers, diet pills, you name it, right? We don't have a closet full of products. What we have is an online showcase of a way to change your life through saving, managing, and making money. And then we plug you into mindset calls. Then we bring you into the family, right? We lock arms with you and help you create success. And this is a perfect, I mean, look at this right here, this Hangout. This is one who, you know, Coach Armand, I bet there's 5 more going on right now within our team. You know, and that's the, right? And that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing. So you're able to lock arms with us, you know, and figure out what style you want to work with. And we make it easy. We all come from different backgrounds, right? But we all aspire to do, you know, very similar things. And one is to reach out and help people daily. And we do that in our business. We do it through our mindset call, and we do it through everything that we do every day. And you see, we really know within the Simple Freedom system that if you lead your business with value, right, everything else will follow. And that's what we do. That's why we're different. A lot of people on this Hangout are probably wondering, well, why do they give so much away? I got their system for free, right? I got the Hangouts for free. I got the Mindset Call for free. I got the Saturday morning call for free. Because we know when we lead with value, the business will follow and amazing things happen. And that's all you have to plug into. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? So that's just some of the things that come to the top of my head. I could go on forever. As everyone as I look at down there, hello family, knows that I like to listen to myself talk. So, you know, I think the Q&A is great. Let's give some people some value, and anything that might be out there from our board members, or you name it, anything pops up in the questions below, whatever.
Hey, you know what, Dustin? I like listening to you too, brother, so that makes at least 2 of us. Yeah, I know we're in good company.
There's 2 people on the call that listen. I love it.
At least.
I think Dee shows up occasionally. I know Rhonda's there. No, Queen Dee's there every day, Warriors.
Hey, Queen D, anything that you'd like to jump out, or anybody as a roundtable discussion Q&A? I'm just so happy we've got we've got him on the line right now. But anything you'd like to just ask throughout their Q&A?
I'll go, Coach. I don't know that I have anything to ask, but I sure have something to reiterate that Dustin, the grateful player, just shared with us. He said, we step into titles here and we claim them. So you'll often hear the coach, he calls me Queen D. We call our Dustin the grateful player. We step into titles. We give ourselves titles and step into our greatness, and we claim it. And this is powerful. I know you might not, if you're new to this, you may not quite understand it, but this is powerful stuff. And also, Dustin said, we simply reach out and help people daily, and that's brilliant. know that the world is abundant. We know that all we have to do is share value, that we're not all, we're not the lone people out here and I got to go get people, because the world is abundant. There's people out there all over the place that are looking for a better way and looking for more in their life. And those people that are attracted to you will be people who are just like you. So that's what we do. We step into our greatness. We're authentic, who we are, and we attract and we serve all the time. We're always in service, adding value into people. And the people that are meant to lock arms with me, I will attract. The people that are meant to lock arms with Christina, with the coach, with Rhonda, they will attract by being their unique selves and stepping into their greatness, claiming their titles. That's what I got to share. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you. That's how you put a bow on it right there. That's nice. Absolutely.
Anybody else? Awesome.
I got something to say.
Okay, go ahead. I was going to fire away at you. Go ahead.
I told you, hey, bring it on. I can talk all day. Something that really comes to mind, and I want to bring up a little bit because I know there's people out there watching this and thinking, oh, this is a bunch of people just hoopla and raising the roof and making each other feel good. Well, yeah, pardon me, I don't cuss much, but you're damn right. Yeah, we do that. But on the flip side, we're very, when I say very successful, I mean that we're a part of the fastest growing marketing company online, and we're the fastest growing downline within that company, right? The fastest growing team. So we don't just come here and make you feel good. That's not it. We're going to do that because we know how important it is. But we also create success stories to the tune of, since we got back, or when we started January 7th, this year, my friends, we've created well over 120 families, creating over 600 a month. And when you do the math on that, that creates 7,200 a year. So I ask you very quickly, and I look at you right in the eyes, what would an extra $7,200 a year do for you? And we've done that over 100 times. We do it. Like, Coach, we pop popcorn. And it's not just D1s, D2s, D3s, 600 a month, 700 a month, 800. Then we jump to 2,500 and 5,000, and we do it daily. So I want you people to know that, yeah, we're going to uplift you. We're going to program your mind for success. But we're also going to take you on a journey that's led us to create over $1.3 million. And I'm going to say that again, $1.3 million in residual income since the beginning of this year. And listen to this. Everyone's saying, oh, you got a system up. Well, we do. We have an incredible system. But our system just launched. My friends, we created $1.1 million in residual income using Facebook and phones and some other offline methods. So what that tells me and what that tells the masses from someone that's been in this game 14 years, done it all, seen it all, is that if we can do it with such primitive, and when I mean primitive, such simple ways to do it, that tells us that we have a very valuable product, right? We have something that the masses want to hear, and that number is actually 90% of people are in debt in America, right? So when we reach out to those 90%, when we get them plugged into our platinum package, which is $99, it has all those incredible products that change your lives. When they keep that package for 3 months, 94% of them stay on board. No one can come close to touching our numbers. That sounds almost like a fiction story, but it's the truth. So I share this with you to let you know the product's there. Quit looking for the product, all right? What you need to do is look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready to change your life? Because if you are, you're here. There's a reason that I'm on this Hangout, that Coach Armand, that Christine, that Rhonda, that everyone's on this Hangout, right? And one of us is speaking directly to you. So if I'm that one, when Coach A's the one, no matter who it is, lock arms with us, all right? Change your life now, because look at this. Here we are. What are we, August? Turn around, but I'm tired. I've been out working the garden. August 8th, right? We got the holidays coming. So picture this. Shortly, what do you want to do these holidays? Do you want to be with us at $600 a month, right, with an extra $7,200. Could you imagine your holidays then? Can you imagine your holidays waking up with us on the mindset call, right? So my friends, man, this is the time. This is the time. You know what? I might get up and start running because I'm getting excited now. I just said I was tired, but when I listen to what I have to say, and I told you guys earlier I like to listen to myself, then I get excited because there's nothing like that out there. Nothing. Go around and let someone else, program you to pull your credit card out of your wallet and sink your toes in the sand, and that's fine. But we're going to lock arms with you and create success stories. So that's what I wanted to say.
Man, freaking awesome, man. All I can say is like Picasso is just painting a great picture. You just painted a awesome picture, man, and I appreciate that. That you add and what you brought to the team, what you brought to this hangout, and what you bring to our whole team framework, because you are the man leading the calls Monday through Friday, and it's so great to have you here and have you on our call. So anytime you want to interject anything, feel free. Queen D, I'm going to ask something just for housekeeping before we start to put a bow on this. Can you come out and touch bases? And this is directly for our team. This is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. Can you talk about compression? What does that mean? Perhaps what you've seen thus far for everybody?
Okay, yeah, I'd love to share that. Wake Up Now, the company that we build, has done something that I think is incredibly awesome, and brought in what they call compression inside our structure, which basically means that anybody who is inactive within our structure for more than 2 months, meaning they're not creating volume, they're not plugged in, they're not paying attention, will be compressed out and become a preferred customer as of the 16th of this month. Now, I know that there's people out there, there's a lot of people out there that are sitting, and we talked about this on the Mindset Call, they're sitting 3 feet from gold right now. They're actually, maybe even unbeknownst to them, they've got some volume building under them, but they've kind of gone to sleep. They're not, they're not aware of what's going on. So we're waking people up. We're going into our teams, and we're personally messaging them and letting them know what's going on, so that they have the opportunity to say, hey, okay, the alarm clock's ringing, I'm shaking off the cobwebs, I want to come back on board because I see what's going on, and I want to, we want to at least have 40 PV in volume. You can purchase a product for that in order to stay active and stay in the game and not get compressed out, because it will take, I think it's at least 6 months, Dustin, to get back in as an IBO.
Yeah.
Once that happens.
Exactly.
And I got to tell you, personally for me, I went out and connected with some of my inactive members, and and I know there's other leaders on the team that are doing this as well, and letting them know what's coming, and this is the time to step up to the plate, and it works. Thank you, Wake Up Now, for doing this, because it's working for us to get, to get those people in and active again. Overnight, my volume went up by 1,000 PVs, so that's very cool. But the best part is that those people that I've connected with that said, thank you for reaching out and letting me know. I'm just happy for them, because what we've got on the table, what we've got coming is amazing, and I'm happy for them that they want to come back into the fold, back into the family, and start running with us. Because we just got so many great things coming. What we have already is fantastic, but this team, and that's something else I'd like to add, is always evolving. The leadership here is continually working on ways to make it as simple as possible for our teammates, and we don't succeed unless our teammates succeed, but to make it so simple for our teammates to succeed that I'm in awe of the leadership here. We're very, very blessed. So yeah, if you're watching this hangout, if you're in the team, have been inactive, do it now. Upgrade now. Get the platinum package. Don't even mess around with the 40 PV. Get in the game, because we're exploding. It's only getting better, and if you have a bit of a team and volume growing under you, you want to take advantage of that, and you want to share this with as many people as you can. So if you're watching this, get back to whoever invited you to the party, and let's run with it. Let's just go. Pass it back over to you, Coach, or Dustin, whoever wants to add any more to that. Maybe clarify the compression process in Wake Up Now.
I think you did an awesome job about that, and I'll touch on it really briefly. Basically, as of August 16th, the compression will happen, and it just means if you have not purchased 40 PV of product in the last 2 months, then what will happen is you'll be compressed out. That downline that's underneath you, people underneath you at that point, you'll be taken out of the pay structure. Now you still can buy product, but you just won't be able to make commissions for another 4 months. And then at the end of those 4 months, if you choose to get back in the game, you can then. So this is very serious what we're talking about right here, dealing with that.
Coach Amon?
Yes, sir. Anything you want to add?
Yes, sir. Did my dad just walk in the building? Hey, I think there's a way for all the teammates out there to tell. I've been looking at it today, and this is a great thing, because one of the things is that you want your team to stay active. I mean, and before we had people sitting around for 3 months and then come back in the game, and when I joined the Hangout, I was listening to you guys speak about that. I mean, that's like restarting your business all over again. You got to keep moving. And I think for everyone on the team, if you look in your back office and it's yellow, there's that 0 now. And there's never been a 0 there before. So D, I think those are the ones that we need to focus on, that are going to hit the 16th. And here's the deal. You really look at it, because I have one. Here's a story from mine that just popped D3 yesterday, was behind on her payment. And if she didn't reach out and doesn't finish doing the proper actions with customer service, the system wouldn't recognize that, right? So look at that. Some of these people might have 1 or 2 in their system and actually, lose them, or, pardon me, but God knows beneath, right? Wow. And here's another one. This person, and you really look at it, and just to get people pumped up, this person has 1,000 points under them in my leg. So it's like, come on. So point being is, everyone in the team already, look back there, see if you see anything in yellow, look for the 0. And that is so great. D, I haven't reached out to them yet. I mean, we reach out to everybody and everything we do, and I haven't gotten around to that. So thank you. 1,000 points, I could go for that tonight.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
That's
so huge. I'm going to do that. That's a great idea. Thank you.
And one thing we were discussing, Dustin, and this is for anybody looking at it, if you have a bigger organization, is just get with your direct people via phone. Get with them and connect with them, and then kind of obligate them to do the same thing with their leaders. Therefore, we can work more effectively with what we do. Just a suggestion. And then I want to share something really quick before we wrap it up. But I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about it, and a lot of times we talk about the product, or we might not talk about it as much. But I'm loving just this one product, One Protect. You may or may not know that I've been getting booted out every call. We've been having to do 2 different Hangouts to do one. But thus far, I went yesterday, simply called a quick 1-800 number, I think it was, got on the phone with one of the guys for One Protect, because of my Wake Up Now product, which is part of my monthly subscription, is included in there. So I called him up. I said, I'm having some issues. Can you check my computer? He logged in, checked my computer. I got off the phone. He called me back up about 30 minutes later. I thought my computer was clean. He told me I had like over 100 different programs and different things that were hanging out on there, and that he cleaned it up, and he reformatted some stuff that was over my head, but reformatted some of my system. It should run smoother now, and that probably was the challenge to my Google Hangout. And I'm on the Google Hangout. We're still here. So that's my product testimony. So anybody
never quit.
Go ahead.
I just said never ever quit. That's a great example. That's just one of our products, right?
Yeah.
All we do is help people save, manage, and make money. How much, Coach Armand, how much would that have cost you if you were to have, because I heard you sharing the story earlier today, how much would that have cost you to get it all fixed up?
Now, Dustin, let me just tell you this. I'm connected. And I would have had one of my friends who's a CEO at the big company. No, I would have had a buddy of mine who's like 21, 22 years old, techno guy. I would have had him whenever I could have caught him. I would have had to drive 30 minutes away whenever I could catch him in between school, bring my computer over, spend maybe an hour or 2 hours with him, leave, drive 30 minutes back to my house, and I could have done that all for as low as $60. Or I could have gone right down the street, dropped my computer off, waited 4 or 5 days. They charged me $95 just to take a look at it, and then whatever I need done, they'll add whatever it is, whatever package, which could easily be $200. I asked that guy on the line that helped me out, I said, how much do you all usually charge for this? He's like, oh, it's $100. I was like, wow, and this comes with my membership? Well, that just took care of my membership right there for the month. So it's just awesome, man. Thank you for asking that. That's how much it would have cost me, brother.
That's nice. That's awesome. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to tell you, it's getting slow up in here. I am going to clean this thing out. Man, it gets me excited. Look, here's another thought that came to my mind. There is no other business opportunity online that helps you, no matter if you're working the business, to help you save so much money. From the tax bot, right? Because if you're not focusing on having a home business, the guy that created TaxBot is Sandy Bakken, the ex-lead IRL lead counsel, right? He wrote the tax programs for home businesses. So we know how to save money there. We've discussed things. I clipped coupons yesterday and saved $20, right? I mean, even if you're not working the business, once you get started, you can save hundreds and thousands a month. That's exciting. That's exciting. And then, okay, then we'll plug you in. Let's get you saving money, get the mind right, get everything ready. Then we'll get you making money too. I mean, we have a saying around here, and I'm feeling really comfortable now, so I'm going to say it, is that ain't nobody got it better than us, baby. And that's a nobody. And that's the truth.
That's it, brother. That's it. Next level thinking right there, brother. Anybody else have any last words? Until the next time? Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times.
I would just like to pop out, Coach, and say I'm so excited that we're actually talking about the Wake Up Now products. I think we sometimes get a little excited about the system and the Simple Freedom team and all the stuff that we've got going on because we have so much going on that I know I do it myself. I tend to forget about the phenomenal products that we have inside. My God, they're awesome. So thank you for bringing that up and sharing your experiences with the products. And man, I need to get my computer cleaned up too. So thank you for that.
Awesome. Anybody else want to come out? Looks like Christina might be coming out.
Am I out?
Yes, you are.
Okay, looks like it's muted. And just what Dee just said, not only are we talking about it now, but in our system, going back to our great system, the training in the background, I just got on the other day, and the actual training about the products. Oh, let me see if I can do this because I've never done this before. Okay, there I am. The training in there is phenomenal to actually tell about each of the products and what they do. I was amazed the other day, and it made it make so much more sense. The company videos were great, but the ones that we have in our own team back office, I think, even are better than that. So I just wanted to point that out.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Queen Christina. Appreciate that. Super doer. Super can doer. Alrighty, with that being said, I want to say thank you. First off, thank you everybody for coming out. Man Giant, Dustin, the Grateful Player, thank you, sir, for coming out. We appreciate your energy. I thought I was
pleasure.
I thought I was excited before. Man, I'm like way up here now, brother. Your energy is contagious. I appreciate everything you bring to the team. Christina, I love your leadership. I love who you're becoming. I love what you came out and talked about the system. Queen D, if I had my top hat on, I'd tip it out for you. Just want to say thank you for coming out here. Rhonda, thank you for what you bring to the table. To Man Giant Joe, thank him for coming out. He had a family day with the kids, but he came out and gave us some words, and some things about the system, and that's really powerful coming from somebody I know personally, from another company, because we went to the top of it, and he was a seven-figure earner in that company. So you've had a little taste of it all here, a little bit about product. By now, you should know, if you're running with this, to either wake up or to upgrade or do both of them. And by now, we are Simple Freedom. This has been Operation Popcorn #9 Hangout. And I want to thank everybody for participating. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great one. And we do have a better way. Continue to have a bright future.
And then walk around from there.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys.